Hey everyone, Travis here at the G2 Esports offices. Of course, this coverage brought to you by Alienware. I'm joined right now by Carlos himself, as he's given me a tour of the offices. Very nice here in Berlin.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes.
You're most welcome. You know, people tend to think that Berlin is this dark place, but our office is the light within the darkness.
It is about the only nice thing I have seen in Berlin since I got here.
And I gave you very nice restaurants to
That's
try
true.
as well, which
That's
you
true.
thought Berlin food sucked. But these restaurants, I promise, will change your mind.
Okay, I'm excited. He's going to prove me wrong on my. So far, I've only had bad experiences with Berlin food, so we're going to find out. Either way,
He went for the touristic shit.
I've not gone to the touristic shit. We went to a really good hamburger place last night. I'm just saying, German food is in general, like schnitzel and all that stuff is
Listen,
not
I
my
agree.
thing.
I'm not saying I agree with you, because that'd be bad with all the amount of German fans we have.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna say I disagree with you.
Okay. Well, I'll take the dislikes on my YouTube video, and you can. You don't need to. The big thing though is there's no Mexican food here, or there's very little from what I've.
There's
been able
very
to
little Mexican food.
Which is my favorite food.
Maybe for a reason.
I don't know what that reason would be.
I think the Mexican, cuisine culture is not still is yet not.
Hasn't made it to Berlin.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. In Southern California, it's very predominant
Yes.
for obvious reasons. Regardless, very cool offices. So how
Thank you so
long
much.
you moved into the space?
Like
Not too
3
long
months ago. 3 months
Okay.
ago. So it's still a bit in shambles, but we're doing every day gets a bit better, a bit better, a bit better. We just put together Red Bull bar, put together the trophy shell case thing. We're improving the gaming area. We're improving the offices in general. So very happy.
Yeah.
It was much better. It's a big change from the previous time.
Yes.
We had some bunker shit.
Yeah, I interviewed Carlos a year ago during MSI whenever I was last in Berlin, and this is a big improvement from where you were before.
Yes, you're being kind saying
Yes,
that.
yes.
You're being very kind saying that. It was absolutely horrendous.
And your
It's
staff
terrible.
has grown tremendously as well.
Yes.
There was far more people. That was one of the things I recognized when I got in here. There's a lot more people now.
Yeah, I just come in and I don't know anybody anymore.
Yes. Well, I feel like you should, so I'm concerned for you that you don't. Regardless, so this is the day before group start.
They think my job is hard. I just come here and delegate,
Yes, delegate, yes.
I just come here, hey guys, I'm leaving in an hour, you know what I mean? So I just delegate everything.
He literally just would gesture to a pool of desks and be like, those people kind of do this thing or this thing. Yeah, an amazing leader in the esports industry. But group starts tomorrow. So so what is interesting is we were talking a little bit new. I don't know if you want to reveal it yet, we can keep it under wraps, but you do have some plans for Madrid.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. Honestly, I can't get into exactly what it's gonna be, but we're gonna make sure that people that go watch Worlds in Madrid are gonna, not only within the venue but also outside the venue, have a good time.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
And well, what's interesting to me is your assumption. I can tell you're very confident in your team because you're already making plans for after groups. You're very confident that they're going to make it out.
It's funny because when we made the Spanish jersey, it was for principally it was for the finals of ULCS. Sorry, back in the day, ULCS that happened in Madrid.
Yeah.
And we lost against Misfits 0-3. First of all, who loses against Misfits 0-3?
Right.
And second of all, that's like, that beat us in the ass, and that meant that we didn't go to Madrid anymore. But the good thing is that even though we were not playing the finals, a lot of people were wearing the Spanish jersey. Yeah. So that's good. I hope this doesn't bite us in the ass. But if it does, whatever.
Yeah, what if Madrid is your cursed city? You can never make it.
I mean, then I'll make sure to convince Riot never to touch the city again.
That's the last time we ever do Madrid. I assume you have your team getting out of groups. What other group, do you have a team that you're predicting to make it out with you?
Well, I think SKT should make it out. I think Fnatic should make it out.
Well, I meant in your group.
Well, in my group, I think. All right, so I'm gonna. Do I believe in this? No, but do I think it's good for fans? Yes. So Cloud9 will make it out.
Okay, great. I don't know if it counts.
I mean, your audience is North American, so I just gotta say that Cloud9 will make it out of group.
Just so you know, I don't think it counts if you say, I don't believe in this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
I'm just transparent.
Yes.
I'm only believing in Cloud9 for the money, okay?
Yeah. I mean, Jack is I feel like a big fan of your team and yourself, so you
I
have
like
to
Jack.
support him.
I like Jack. I like his team.
Yeah.
But you're asking me who will make it out.
Yes.
You're not asking me whether I like them or not.
Okay.
I like them.
So
I think Griffin is better. But the power of Cloud9 will make it out, mate.
Okay.
We got this.
I'm excited.
Hey, West, woo.
Yeah. So you think?
By the way, anybody that owns a team, one of the top teams and says, "Woo, the West," you're just eating that shit, because you're just eating that because it's not true. If Fnatic sees G2 playing the grand finals
Yes.
versus whatever team, they'll root against G2. 100% chance.
Yeah. You keep lecturing our audience. This camera is
Oh,
directly for you.
That's my lecturing camera.
Yes, yeah. So if you want to lecture the audience,
That's
you
that's
can
my
use that
lecturing
one.
camera.
Yes, exactly.
All right, I gotta do it.
So anytime you want to direct them or
right.
tell them something, that's your camera.
That's gonna be fun editing.
Yeah, yes, exactly. He's looking forward to that. Broden's going to have a busy evening. Anyway, so groups kick off. It must be very exciting for you. This is a great year for LEC because you guys, you've had all this success. Everybody's been talking about it, and now you get to have Worlds in your backyard. I mean, I remember again the last time we were talking, you were getting ready to find out like if you were part of the LEC and who's going to make it in and all this stuff. And
I remember that was it's true in All Stars, right?
Yes. So a year and a half, or MSI, yeah. A year and a half
MSI.
later. Well, we did talk at All Stars, but I'm just thinking of last time I was in Berlin.
Oh,
we talked.
yeah.
You were talking. We were trying to speculate who's going to make it in,
Yep.
and the launch of LEC.
Yep.
Now, 1 year later, really big year for LEC, and now you get to have Worlds here in Berlin and Madrid and Paris. That must be very exciting for you.
Yeah, it's amazing, because not only is this the year that the West is closest to finally win win Worlds, because we already won MSI, but win Worlds. And what a better way to do that than home, hopefully, right? It would be, honestly, it'd be perfect. But you know that life works like that sometimes, that everything you think is gonna happen, just the very opposite happens. So whatever it is, But we've done our job, we've done our work in LEC. LEC at large has done an incredible job. The 10 teams have done, well, not all 10 teams, but some of the 10 teams have done a great job promoting the product. And I think, you can see that in the viewership. You can see that in the drama, in the storylines, and the content around it. I think the casters and, Quickshot, all the team, Shocks, everybody's doing a great job. And also the commercial team is doing a great job. I think it's honestly better than anybody expected.
Yeah.
That's safe to say.
I mean, it took me by surprise too. I mean, obviously I expected some upgrades, but I feel like LEC really killed it this year.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, it helped a lot that LEC came after NALCS franchising.
Right.
And I think we learned a lot from what you guys did, the good and the bad, and I think that we applied that, I guess, internally, which helped. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. I think if we would have gone through that process first, we would have gone through many of the same mistakes NALCS went through. So I think we got that going for us.
Yeah. Going second, I think sometimes gives advantages, and this is one of those.
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah. So you mentioned you feel as though some teams haven't pulled their weight out of the 10 teams. The reason I asked this is because I remember, again, when we talked in Berlin last year, you were saying you were hoping Riot wouldn't let certain teams through because you felt like some were just sort of, I forget the term that you used, but leech
Parasites.
or something. Parasite,
Yeah,
yes.
that's a word.
Yes.
And I'm glad. I'm pretty sure that word. I mean, that word made an impact in
their decision making.
No, I don't know. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I mean, maybe, because maybe everybody sort of increased the level of
Commitment.
diligence
Yeah.
that they were making around this specific topic. Like how much, resources that you put into content, how much of a community team are you going to be? How much of a relevant team are you going to be? And I know they made increased efforts to make sure that those people that are now in the LEC have some sort of those attributes. You see people like Excel, right? Excel is not like a ginormous brand, but the founders, the owners are really in. They're really they're funny. They're easygoing. There's a couple of teams like that as well, and I think that the LEC got built upon the right principles. I think the right principles, and that's why I think the product is doing really well.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's perfect. There's always things to improve, but it's doing better than expected.
Would you say that any of the remaining 10 teams now are parasites?
Nothing is perfect, but
okay.
things are better.
Gotcha.
Nothing is perfect.
Less parasites, perhaps.
Maybe like a less parasitic parasite.
Less parasitic parasites.
Nah,
Okay, great.
I'm half kidding, but the truth is that it's been a huge improvement.
Yeah.
And everybody, even those that are not doing too well, are at least doing efforts to change things around, right? Which for me is literally the most important thing.
Yeah.
Just try, just try stuff. Even if you fail, just try stuff, do things.
Well, how, especially looking at the league side, how do you feel G2 has done this year? I mean, obviously, huge competitive success, but as an organization.
I feel like, on one hand, I love that we win, of course, in like different games and so on. But on one hand, I don't like that we won so much because it shadowed how much of a good job the team did with the content, the social media, the brand itself is doing so well. Like if you look at our Twitter right now, it has the most amount of interactions and mentions out of any top esports team right now. And that's because our Twitter game is just fucking strong. Our Instagram is just growing so fast. Our YouTube channel is growing so fast. And the content we create, we are one of the only teams, I think, honestly, maybe Team Liquid does a little bit of that as well, but not too much either, that do a lot of proactive, like scripted video content, semi-scripted video content. And we're thinking beyond just following a team with a camera, which is great. It's great content, but it's reactive content. You're reacting to what happens in front of the camera. You're not, giving the guidelines of what should be, that content piece. And that requires a lot of work, and that requires the players to be bought in, and that requires certain culture that I think honestly, I think I'm very happy with how we're doing in this regard. And more people are realizing sort of the brand attributes of G2. The fact that we don't give a fuck, that we're just making fun of everybody, but it's in a non-mean-spirited way. We are, at the same time, we're super ambitious. We want to win, of course, but that doesn't happen without laughing and without, having a good time in general.
Yeah.
So I feel like those brand attributes are really hard to get across or make them be understood, because they're easily misunderstood for arrogance or easily misunderstood for disrespect. So it just takes time to mold these things out. Also, throughout the last 4 or 5 years, we are right now riding the wave because we know exactly where the wave is. But before then, we were either too early on the wave or too late on the wave.
Sure.
Like we passed, Where you typically draw the line of what's acceptable, maybe we went a bit too far, or maybe we went a bit too low. Now I think we're riding.
You figured out what your voice
exactly
needs to be. Yeah.
And it feels so good. Because right now, if you look at anybody in the office, the culture is so good. Like if people just do anything they have, like they have no fear, They don't have fear to try out stuff. That's why it's so cool to work here. Like everybody just tries shit. And we don't get mad if whatever you're trying ends up being wrong or has no impact in social media or just misses that mark. We get angry if you don't come up with these shits,
Sure.
with these out of the box things and ideas. And that's why everybody's like, boom, 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 coming up with stuff. Doesn't matter the department. It's so fun, actually.
So as you're talking about the team and the staff here, I'm very curious. I feel like in the past, the esports teams had not done a good job of sort of taking advantage whenever Worlds was in their backyard. Because I think the organizations were not that evolved yet. And now 3 years later, Worlds is back in the West after being in Korea and China. Do you feel as though there's more potential now for European teams to take advantage of the fact that literally like Worlds is taking place in their region?
Yeah, 100%. And any team that's not using that is just doing it wrong. Even North American teams should be doing stuff physically in these European cities because they have a lot of following from here, North American teams tend to not follow European teams that much, but European teams tend to follow North American teams a lot.
Yeah.
That's the American dream.
Well, they're scoping out their future place of work.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's retire.
The retirement and the LCS. Yes, they want to learn about the teams so they know which one to go
exactly.
to. Yes.
Well, I like that. But if anybody, if Cloud9 does something here, like they have a lot of fan base here, the place would fill up. So I think they should do that more. We're definitely taking advantage of the fact that it's happening in Berlin. The group phase happens in Berlin. We have something prepared for our office that it'll be made public very, very soon, actually. Something so cool. And the same will happen for Madrid. And if we qualify for Paris, God bless. I hope then something will happen in Paris as well.
Nice. It's exciting. What do you think the chances are that you make it to Paris? Because there was a fun thing that happened where, and I'm sure, I think you saw this, where one of the casters, I think Medic, declared G2 the best team in the world when you guys won finals. It became this big meme and thing on my show where I was saying, hey, I'm not sure if we could say that yet.
I saw that.
But a lot of people were really
sometimes I
upset.
don't know. Actually, sometimes I don't know if you're just salty or you're just funny.
Yes.
I think you're faulty. If that's
Faulty,
you're
yes.
faulty.
I guess I would not want people to describe me as faulty, but I appreciate the the attempt.
Like I have fun because I know how you are.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like, is he salty?
I'm normally not
Yeah, question
salty.
mark.
I am normally not salty, but I do appreciate when people can't decide if I'm
No, I
not.
like it. It's like enigmatic,
Yes,
you know?
yes.
It's like, I like that.
Yes. Okay, enigmatic. Can we use enigmatic instead of faulty? I think enigmatic is a better description for me.
But, okay, enigmatic.
But anyway, so I was
Right.
on the show, but a lot of people, now for me, I was mostly having fun
What about
with it.
sunny? It's like salty and funny?
Yeah,
Sunny. Sunny's
sunny,
nice.
enigmatic.
You're
Sure,
sunny.
that's better.
You're sunny.
Okay, thanks. Anyway, so on the show, I was having a lot of fun with it, and I do stand by the argument of like we should not be deciding who the best team is in the world is a couple weeks before. But regardless, a lot of people were really angry with me because they were saying definitively G2 is the best. You know?
I think it's hard to say. I mean, the only thing you can do is look at the last international result. And then you can say, yeah, G2, you can argue G2 is the best team in the world. But then again, what the fuck happened between Team Liquid and IG? Nobody fucking knows.
Sure.
If IG would have won, would we have won the finals? The semi-final against SKT was very, very close. It was 3-2. And we actually played better overall. We lost against Sonatari, which we know we're terrible playing against. So a couple of things I think that were obviously mistakes, that I should have been a 3-1 maybe. But winning 3-2 against SKT doesn't make us uncontested the best team in the world. What makes you the best team in the world is winning worlds.
Yeah.
And if we don't win worlds, we're not the best team in the world. So, and I'm okay with that, you know?
So what are the chances you win Worlds in your mind?
Honestly, I visualized this shit for years, probably. And now, like, I have, like, everything is in my head.
Sure. I mean, it does feel like this is the best time for you're the
It's-
best chance you guys will have.
Like, I don't want to give you a percentage, because in my head it's 100%.
Sure.
If I'd be a mathematician, and I'd be focusing merely on the numbers only, then I'd say like 37.91%
Okay.
chance of winning.
37.91.
Percent.
Not 37.90 or 30%.
No, yeah, that you're being too
7.92.
bearish.
Yeah, okay, I got you. We found the sweet spot. Well, I'm glad we identified it. Who do you think are your main contenders or main opponents?
So main contenders gonna be, I think SKT is gonna be one of them. I'm not sure about Chinese teams right now. It's in a weird place.
Yeah.
I do think that TL, if we would be playing against them right now, I think it wouldn't be like as bad. I think maybe it would still be maybe 3-0, maybe 3-1, who knows? But I think TL like will do better.
Yeah.
So TL could be a contender. Obviously Fnatic, which have proven that they are very close to us in terms of level. I think like Worlds, MSI, even when it's very close in your regional league, in this case LEC, in the final games, you have like these crunch time moments, right? And there's always a team that comes out on top more often than not in those crunch time moments.
Yeah.
And that's how SKT won many world championships. They got out by the skin of their teeth in some of these series where they won the world championships.
Yeah,
But
they just clutched it out, yeah.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, you're like, oh, they have 3 world championships. 3, right?
Yeah.
They have 3 world championships. But you don't remember some of the 2-3 games, you know? You don't remember some of these clutch, Faker, Oriana ultimates. You don't remember any of that because you just remember who raises the trophy at the end.
Yeah.
But these moments, especially Worlds and MSI, there's a lot of them, have a lot of crunch time moments, And I think that our team is one of the better ones in terms of these crunch time moments.
Yeah.
So I think if everything goes according to plan, we should be one of the top 4 teams. And if everything goes according to reality, I think we should be one of the 2 finalists.
I mean, that would be hype, I'm sure. I mean, especially for the Paris crowd, it would be incredible.
Oh my
to have,
God.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's G2 versus a non-European team, we won.
Okay. Because it'll just carry
It's
you.
impossible. Like the Paris, oh my God, French people, dude,
Yeah.
they're crazy. They're just crazy. And also the casters, the French, they're so fucking hype.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over. It's like we have 7 versus 5.
The spirits of the
Yeah,
audience will carry
and it
you.
works. I mean, these things, do work, because if every time they get a kill, it's like a library.
Yeah.
And every time you get a kill, it's like, whoa! Like
Yeah.
you can feel it in your keyboard and mouse. Like I remember playing, and in your keyboard and mouse, you feel the vibration. Your fucking monitor is vibrating.
Yeah.
Because they do like, they're crazy, you know? And when that happens, you're like, oh shit. Oh, not again. Oh shit. Just one kill. Oh
Yeah.
shit. They got Cloud Dragon. We're lost. You know?
There were the top 20 list came out yesterday. Vedius and Jet released
Oh,
theirs.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
Vedius had 4 members of G2, but not Caps.
No
in his
Caps.
top
I saw
20.
that. I was a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Caps is one of those crunch time players. I feel because he fucks around. He scraps. Then
Right.
it matters, and then it's claps. You know.
Right.
So it's like 0-2 until 0-2. He's like meh, and then he's like, okay, I care now.
That's our time, yeah.
But Caps is such a enigmatic individual, because he's just happy, you know. He's just there, you know, like he's just smiling all the time. We're 0-2, he's just smiling and just having a good time, you know. And then in the 0-2 game, he goes and plays something that he never played before. He just, honestly, I genuinely believe he wins because he genuinely does not give a fuck, and it works.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know, like Messi, Neymar, who's an NBA example of somebody who has a lot of talent but doesn't work that
I
hard.
haven't followed the NBA enough to know.
Because
good
everybody
examples.
I look up to, like Kobe and all these guys, LeBron, they work fucking hard.
Right.
So I don't know who would be a good example. Put it in the comments and
Sure,
interact
yeah.
with this video and so on.
Yes, thank you.
Well, yeah.
The engagement. I appreciate your call
Very
out
good.
for it.
Just put comments. Just put comments for any reason.
Yes, just comment right now if you're watching
What's your
this.
favorite shoe color?
Yes.
Put it in the comments.
And also subscribe.
And also subscribe.
And give me a like.
If your favorite color is green, put it in the comments.
Yeah.
If your favorite color is red, subscribe.
Yes, thank
If
you.
your favorite color is blue, hit a like button.
Thank you. Yes. I'm glad we figured out a great way of using primary colors to get people to subscribe. Actually, I guess green's not primary. Anyway, Carlos, I have to wrap this up because I have to get ready for groups. But
Honestly, I was about to tell you to get the fuck out of the office.
yes,
already.
thank you. We've got stuff we got to do. You're going to show me a really good burrito place near here, but they're not
Ooh.
apparently called burritos. They're called something else.
Chop rolls.
Yeah, I don't know what
Chop
that is.
rolls. Burritos is very insensitive. As
Okay.
a Spanish person, and therefore, I'll say Mexican, burrito.
I'm not sure if that's how that works.
Listen, it's how I want to work.
Okay.
I speak Spanish. I'm Hispanic.
Gotcha.
And therefore, I decide what you call the burrito. I call it burrito. You call it chop roll.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, it's sensitive.
Well, I'm glad we figured this out. Is there anything you would like to say? We'll give you your camera here to any of the G2 fans.
Well, I know you guys. What can I say? You know, don't follow us anywhere. Don't follow us in G2 Esports and Twitter. Don't follow. You know, don't go to our website. Don't go to our shop, g2esports.com/shop. Just don't even go.
Yeah.
I want to give you something. This is for you.
Oh, thank you.
This is for you.
G2. Okay, great. Whenever
And
NA
by the
gets-
way, the cameraman as well.
yes.
You know, I'm gonna open it because
We don't. I try not to give.
I'm gonna
Brendan
open it for you.
anything.
You know, just because it's a good. Because the cameraman deserves some love too.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much, Carlos, for the.
And don't buy anything in g2esports.com/shop.
Yes.
Especially not the golden jersey. Don't go to our YouTube channel in G2 Esports because no video is good.
Yeah.
Everything is trash.
Great. You figured out the best way to make the internet do something, which is tell them not to do it. This will be great for whenever LCS gets kicked out of Worlds. We'll have it. I'll be able to wear this.
Spicy.
Yes,
Spicy.
exactly. No, it's gonna be good. Either way, thank you so much for the
You're the
interview.
best, man.
Yes,
You're the best. I
appreciate
look up
the
to
tour.
you, Travis.
Oh, thanks.
Ever
Well,
since I was 7.
glad I could inspire you to make this. Either way, very cool space. Thank you for inviting me into it, and best of luck
Thank
to
you,
G2 during Worlds.
Thank you, bro.
For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel.
Hey, you don't see me in front of the camera too often, but it's about 4:30 a.m. and I realized we didn't film an outro for this video. So on behalf of Travis, thank you Alienware for sponsoring our content and sending us out to Berlin with this nice Alienware laptop. And to you guys, thanks for continuing to watch us and support us. I'm gonna get back to work.